I really wanted to go into my HillmanTok why. When I first saw at the end of January the phenomenon, which is now HillmanTok, found out about Dr. Barlow, saw her first video because other people were reposting it, saw what was happening with the initial beginning of the HillmanTok leadership, and thought, this is awesome. I am almost 54. I've never gone to college, never had a college experience. I'm always wanting to learn, to grow. Knowledge is power. I love learning. So when I saw all that happening, I was just like, sign me up. People with knowledge, passing it down freely, sign me up. And of course, like everybody else in the beginning, I had way too many classes. I think I had like 10 that I wanted to take, and I was like, this is not going to make any sense. You work, we ain't gonna take these classes. You work, ma'am. So that's when I was like, okay, no worries, no worries. We can do this. So I narrowed it down to the 3 classes that were going to help me with a new business slash income venture that I have been toying with. And it just reinvigorated me. It reignited me. It re-sparked the creativity flowing within me, so much so that I pulled out my crafting bag again. I am crafting again, even though the new business slash income venture has nothing to do with crafting, that the creativity within me was reignited, re-sparked, and I'm just like, yes, let's do this. And something about community. You don't know, but I'm a part of van life. I am one of the first Black solo women who did van life. I started in 2015, at least documenting it on YouTube. I don't know. There probably were more solo Black women out there. They just didn't document their journey. But it's under CrystalVanner, VANNER. And so I miss community. Since being stationary, back in sticks and bricks, which is what we call the normal life, living in a house. It's definitely not for me, and I don't plan on doing it full time for the rest of my days. I plan on getting back on the road, even if it's just part time. But the community is what I missed. I really lost my community when I stopped being a nomad full time. And it saddened me, and it has saddened me because I've been here almost 4 years and I still don't have community where I am right now. I don't have a circle. I don't have friends. I don't have a community around me. So I started a virtual community. That hasn't taken off. There are some people in there, but it's very quiet. It's like I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm posting for myself, but I'm still doing it. So when I saw this community which is HillmanTok, yes, check. When I tell you I've already met in real life one of my HillmanTok fellow student, lives in my area. We met in real life. I was like, yes, I have someone who's of my age range, who, is kind of understands life as I see it, as far as the generation we're from, and who's also learning, who's also signed up to learn. So yeah, we've chatted, we've texted. She checked on me while I'm home recuperating from surgery. So it's really cool to see that community can form in virtual spaces and then roll over into real life. And that's what I was lacking. Not just the education, not just the knowledge, not just what can I learn to help me for today and in the future, but community, connection, personal growth, all the things that I stand for. Check, and check. So thanks to Dr. Barlow for having a accidental thought of, let me put this video up, and other people jumping on saying, hey, this could be something that I can do. I know this, let me share it. I know this, or I teach that, let me share it. People learning math that didn't know how to do fractions and stuff because it was hard for them in school. They weren't taught in public school the way they learn, breaking things down into bite-sized pieces, learning basics of graphic design, which is one of the ones I'm taking. I'm looking to dive deeper into Canva because that's an app I'm on almost every day. I revamped my website. Like, these things are things that I'm like, yes, 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 because these are things that are gonna further me going back to nomad life and being able to sustain myself for the future. Like I said, I've even gotten back into my art. Like, yes, HillmanTok, you came at the right time. And thank you. I'm going to put a big shout out to Anna, my favorite and my only advisor, because if it weren't for her videos, her updates, and I never caught them live, but I always saw them. And whenever I saw them, she sparked it on even more to keep praising professors, going to classes, and not worrying about the other stuff. And I haven't. I did for a little bit, and I regret that. I did kind of jump out of the Facebook group and jump off the Discord. But I'm back, and I'm going to just be an encouragement to other people, because the community that I was looking for, you can best believe there was someone else looking for community as well. So I want to be a good community member. I want to be a good community citizen within the HillmanTok stratosphere. And I want to keep the positivity going. I want to keep the light shining no matter what else happens on these little side streets of the community. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm in downtown. I'm on the main road. I'm not worried about that. I'm really not. And as I always say when ending my personal videos, be good to yourself, be kind to others, and whatever your journey, enjoy it.